Hello, I hope that your October is going well so far, and in this video I'm going to show you my bullet journaling setup for NaNoWriMo. Now, for those of you who don't know, NaNoWriMo is National Novel Writing Month. It's basically an event where people who want to become writers or are already writers write 50,000 words during the month of November, and it's fairly hard to do. I've actually started this sort of challenge twice, and I have completed it once quite a few years ago, and the resulting novel, well, it wasn't actually finished because 50,000 words is actually a kind of short novel, or more of a novella really, and plot of the book that I was writing definitely wasn't complete in 50,000 words, but I never went back to it because the writing was so terrible. And now that I think about it, I probably should have pushed through and just finished it and then edited it and made it better, but I can't really do anything about that now. Anyways, after this rather long-winded introduction, let's get back to planning. I don't actually know if I'm going to be participating in NaNoWriMo this year, but it is a possibility, although I do have a lot of other obligations in November that I will have to get to before, so we'll see. But I thought that this might be helpful for those of you who are planning to participate, even if I don't actually end up using them. And I did have some extra pages in this journal, so I thought that this would be a fun little setup to share with you. Anyways, I'm kind of making this fall themed and vintagey with a lot of papers and layering, and I'm using some fall themed scrapbooking paper with acorns and fall leaves, some book pages, and some crinkled kraft paper, and some script washi tape. And I just used one of the letters from my Bibliophilia Sticker Book for the end portion and just added NaNoWriMo 2021 underneath that in just plain cursive. And on the right side of the spread, I'm also adding a quote. And the quote says, "A book is a gift you can open again and again." And I thought that this was just very appropriate for this particular setup. And to make things just a little bit more interesting, I'm adding a few pieces of this owly sort of magical, somewhat book-themed washi tape, and just a few more vintage stickers from my Bibliophilia Sticker Book, just to fill in some of the empty spaces that I didn't fill in with all of the papers and washi tapes. The next spread is my October goals and my NaNoWriMo goals spread. And I realized that it's a little bit late to do a spread for October goals, but there are still a few days left to prepare. And here I might write down things like complete an outline, maybe learn some sort of writing app, come up with names for characters, things like that. And just like the previous spreads, I'm decorating this spread in a very vintagey fashion with some washi tape, stickers, and book pages. The next spread is going to be a one line a day update spread, and I numbered all of the lines from 1 to 30 for every day of the month, and here I'm just going to be doing a few writing updates. So things like, I wrote today and it went well, or I didn't write today and this is why. Things like that I thought would just be helpful for me to look back on later on when I'm trying to understand what happened. And I decorated the spread in a very simple way, just by adding some washi tape to the bottom and 2 more of those vintage stickers to both sides of the title. The next spread is my writing routine and my milestones and rewards spread. So my writing routine is pretty self-explanatory. I have no idea what it would be, but it could be something like get a cup of tea, turn off my phone, things like that. As for the milestones and rewards spread, I don't know about you, but personally I tend to kind of not celebrate my achievements nearly enough, so I thought that setting up a spread like this would actually be very helpful, and it would help to keep me motivated. As for decorating the spread, I used some more book pages on both sides of the spread, and craft paper, washi tape, and another one of those stickers just to make it interesting. The next spread is my Plan If I Fall Behind spread on the left and my Writing Sprint spread on the right. Now, for the Plan If I Fall Behind, well, I don't really know what it's going to be yet, but definitely will involve writing sprints, which is why those are on the right. And possibly it might involve taking a day to just write rather than do something else, or maybe the opposite, taking some time off to kind of recharge my batteries. Anyways, on the right is my writing sprint spread, and I've never actually done any writing sprints. I actually haven't been doing that much writing in the last few years, which is why I am kind of considering doing NaNoWriMo again this year. But I thought that one way that I could kind of get back into writing is with writing sprints. So if you don't know what writing sprints are, you basically set a time for yourself during which the only thing you do is write. And after the timer is done, you are free to do whatever you want. And that is supposed to kind of help you get more writing done. As for how I'm decorating the spread, I just added some scrapbook paper and book pages to the bottom and one strip of washi tape to the top under the title, just to make it a little bit more fun. And my final spread for this setup is my word count tracker, because the goal is to hit 50,000 words during the month of November. So on the bottom axis I have the numbers 1 through 30. And on the vertical axis I have 0 to 50k. And I didn't actually measure out either axis, as you can see by the fact that they are pretty uneven, but I decided to just wing it and hope for the best, and I'm kind of okay with the result. I was feeling really tired by the end of this setup, so yeah, I'm okay with the fact that it's not perfect, but if you want your word count tracker to be perfect, you can always actually count out the dots in advance. And that was it. That was my entire NaNoWriMo bullet journaling setup. I really hope that you liked this video and that you found it useful. Let me know if you are planning to do NaNoWriMo this year or if you've done it before. And if you are doing it, then I wish you the best of luck. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Be you, always. Bye!